Hello everyone, welcome to one of my favorite parts of the holiday season. That is reviewing and lip swatching the Sephora Favorites Give Me More lip set. I have been doing this since I started my channel. It is a tradition I just can't give up. So I have swatched all 14 of the lipsticks in here. I'll give a little breakdown on each one and talk about whether or not I think this set is worth it. So there's a lot to talk about and a lot of swatches to show. So I did fairly quick lip swatches as well as fairly large swatches on the back of my hand so you can get an idea of what it looks like. For reference, I am fair and cool toned, and in this video I'm wearing MAC NW13 foundation. So this is what the set looks like when you get it. There is the cardboard box, and this time there's just a little plastic overlay over the top that has all of the lipsticks on it, but that leaves you with the box, which they are actually saying it's reusable, and all of the lip products are inside in the plastic casing that you can take out, and then you could use this box for storage. I think I still have all of my Sephora Favorites boxes, and I am a bit of a hoarder, so I just hang on to them. Anyway, I do have all of the information that they had on the Sephora website. It's not a whole lot actually. So this retails for $82 Canadian, and on the outer sleeve it says $68 US. So it has a $212 US value or a $254 Canadian value. So I did my own math when I was looking at the smaller sized products and figuring out just exactly how much each thing was worth, and I came up with a $244 value. So that $10 could be something I miscalculated, or they could be saying it's $10 for the box. I'm not exactly sure how they break everything down. Some of it was just guesswork, but there is also 5 full-size products in here, and I like the way that they have the box set up this year. In different years they've done it different ways. Usually they have them broken down into categories, so they'd have like beigey neutral lipsticks, they'd have pinks, they'd have berries, they'd have reds all grouped together, and this time it's a little bit all over the place, but they have the full sizes all on the top and then the variety of smaller sizes on the bottom. So 5 full sizes is pretty good. I did calculate the price of just the full sizes, and that's $139 Canadian. So you're already ahead if that was products that you wanted. So what they say this is on the website is a multi-branded lip set with a range of shades, finishes, and formulas. So what it does, it's to find your perfect lip look with a mega lip wardrobe featuring a collection of 5 full-size and 9 deluxe lipsticks in multiple formulas, finishes, and shades. You'll find bestsellers in liquid lipstick, lip gloss, and lipstick. It all comes packaged in a collectible, reusable box. So online it was very misleading. It looked a lot deeper and it looked a lot warmer, and I found a lot of these lipsticks actually were more cooler in tone than they appeared online. It just goes to show that things can be really misleading. So anyway, when I was doing my lip swatches, I decided to go from lightest to darkest, kind of. I always leave the red for last because red gets all over my face. So I started with some of the lip glosses. So the first thing is a full-size product, and this is from Huda Beauty. This is a lip strobe. So this is 0.14 ounces or 4 milliliters. This is a full size. This is in the shade Snobby, which is described as a semi-sheer light pink base with pink and gold pearls. So this was definitely very glittery. I shouldn't have used this one first because it was definitely a little bit difficult to get the gold glitter off. I felt like I had to build this up a little bit to show off the swatch on my lip. This is definitely something that would be more suitable for layering instead of wearing it on its own. I mean, you can definitely wear it just as a lip gloss on its own, not saying that there's any rules to these things, but just where it's so sheer, it will react better with like a lip liner underneath, something a little bit darker. If it was something like a little bit more pink, I feel like it would really help the sort of lip strobing effect. But it felt really nice on my lips. It wasn't too sticky, which is something that I don't really like with lip glosses. I don't like the sticky tackiness. I like my lip glosses to feel smooth, and this one felt really smooth. Anyway, for $23, I think this was a really nice product. It's not making me want to go out and buy more of them, but I definitely see myself using it. And it makes sense as a full size because I think this would work for a lot of people because it's more of a layering product. So you could layer it on top of a deeper lipstick or a lighter lipstick, and you're still going to be able to get a pretty cool effect. The second lip product I have here is a little tiny baby one. This is from Urban Decay. This is one of the Hi-Fi Shine Ultra Cushion lip glosses, and this is in Naked, of course. So a full size of these retails for $23 Canadian. All prices I'm talking about here are in Canadian dollars unless I say otherwise. So a full size is $23 for 0.23 ounces or 7 milliliters. This is 0.03 ounces or 1 milliliter. So it's approximately $4. I did round everything up as well, but that's what I just figure the value of this is. And this is described as a nude pink with pearly pink shift. So when I applied this, I noticed nothing. It's basically my exact lip color, at least my lip color when I was taking the lip strobe off, and it's very strongly pepperminty. I wasn't expecting that. Normally that's the thing I get from like the Tarte lip glosses, or there's some other ones that have that pepperminty tingly thing, and that's what this one had. It wasn't my favorite thing. It's a little bit tacky, and I really don't like those minty glosses, but this was pretty. I can see myself using this with a light pinky beige lip liner. I can see using it on its own with a really dark, dramatic smoky eye, like a really just black smoky eye. I would pair it with a really light nude lip, and the light lip gloss I think would be really pretty. There's not a lot of product in there, definitely though, so I don't see it lasting very long should I choose to use it, but probably something that I won't seek out in a full size because of the pepperminty thing, but that might very well change. Now the third thing is also a lip gloss. This is from Tarte. This is one of the Rainforest of the Sea H2O gloss lip glosses in Hang 10. So this is another little mini size. This is 0.033 ounces or 1 milliliter. A full size retails for $23 for 0.135 ounces or 4 milliliters. So this is approximately $6 worth of product. And this gloss is described as a rosy mauve. So I actually did like this gloss. I like mauve lipsticks. I like mauve lip glosses. This one was pretty shiny and it wasn't tacky. This is something that I can see myself panning with very little problem. The smallest lip product in the whole set is this guy from Sephora. So this is from the Sephora collection. This is one of the cream lip stain liquid lipsticks. This is in number 40 Pink Tea. So this is 0.04 ounces or 1.3 milliliters. A full size is $18 for 0.169 ounces or 5 milliliters. So this is approximately $5 worth of product. This is the lip product I'm wearing right now. I think you can actually pinpoint the exact moment when I fall in love with this product. Just using it for the first time, it just glided on so easily, and I love cool toned lip colors like this so much. Online, this looked like a really rosy pink, and I thought I wasn't gonna like it because I don't like pink lipsticks that much anymore, but this is such a beautiful grayish color, and it just makes my heart so happy. I already bought the full size of this, having just applied it twice, but as I was going through and swatching the rest of the lipsticks, I couldn't wait till I was done so I could put this back on my lips, and I'm already thinking I'm gonna wear this tomorrow and see how it wears for a full day, but I just so happy that there's a cool toned lip color in here, and actually a few cool tones in here, because normally everything is really warm, which doesn't always pull well on my skin tone. Now, that's something to keep in mind. If you are warm toned, this is going to look very different on you. Next, from Too Faced, we have one of the melted mattes. This is Queen Bee. So this is another deluxe size product. A full size is $25 for 0.4 ounces or 11.8 milliliters. And this size is 0.1 ounces or 3 milliliters. So approximately $7 worth of product. And this is described as a matte soft mauve. Told you there was a lot of mauves. This is another beautiful cool toned lipstick that I really like. I've used a few of the melted matte lipsticks from Too Faced before, and I really like that they dry down. I don't find that they dry down 100% for me, more like about 95%, but that's still really good compared to some other like lips creams I've used before, which just sort of sit there, and even if they look good, they're definitely going to move around. This formula doesn't move around much at all. This is definitely one of the highlights in this set for me, just because I really enjoy lip products like this. Now I have another full size. I thought this was going to be more like a liquid lipstick, but this is definitely a very pigmented gloss. So this is from bareMinerals, and it's the Gen Nude Patent Lip Lacquer in Everything. So this is a full size, retails for $23. It's described as a muted mauve. This is very sticky, but very shiny. I do like the way that it looks in movement. I like seeing that shiny reflect on my lips, but I don't like how heavy it is for me personally. I don't like thick, goopy glosses. I did struggle a little bit to apply this evenly just because it's such a thick product. Once I got enough of it on my lips, I liked the way that it looked, but I know that it's something that I would really only wear on camera and not something I'd wear in day-to-day life, because I just want to take it off my lips. I do feel like a little blurb is missing about why each product was chosen. It would be interesting to have just a sentence or two saying this was, you know, bareMinerals' best-selling lip lacquer, or this is a new product but in a very popular shade, or whatever the reason behind the product is. Maybe a little trivia or fact, like, did you know this product was inspired by this person or this moment? Just where this is a multi-branded set, it could be an opportunity to learn a little bit more about the brands that Sephora sells, or just a little interesting history. Just for me personally, I wish that was included in these sets. Back to liquid lipsticks. Now there are a lot of liquid lipsticks in this set, more than anything else. You know, there's a handful of glosses, only one real traditional lipstick, and then a lot of liquid lipsticks. And I have another full size. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is Poet. So this is a full size that retails for $26. It's described as a dusty mauve. Yet another mauve shade. This was deeper than I expected it was going to be. In the tube, it looks very similar to Queen Bee from Too Faced, but this one is much darker. I do like it. Once I had it applied, at first I wasn't quite sure, and then once I had it on, I liked it. Now, I have a few of the Anastasia liquid lipsticks. I do like them, but I do find them to be a little bit drying, and I do think this is a fairly versatile lipstick choice and makes sense for a full size. There is, of course, a lip pencil from NARS. There seems to be one in every set. This is a different one than there usually is in this set. This is not a repeat from previous years. This is Do Me Baby. Yes. NARS went from orgasm and deep throat to just saying Do Me Baby. So, okay, this is a chestnut rose color. So this is 0.06 ounces or 1.7 grams. And a full size is $34 for 0.086 ounces or 2.4 grams. So that's approximately $24. This is a fairly good value for these little lip pencils, and it does seem like it's going to last for a long time. I do have a little bit of an issue with this packaging in that unless I really push the cap down hard, it pops off immediately, and I know this is the kind of thing that will dry out really fast. I have to make sure I get the cap on it really snugly. But this is another wonderful lip color that does pull a little more cool. One of the most exciting products in this set is a full-size Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. So this is a $39 lipstick. This is one of the Matte Revolutions. This is in Bond Girl, which is described as a natural berry red. So I was surprised when I started applying this and swatching it. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. It seems like something that would apply really deep, but it does seem true to its description as a natural berry shade. I don't see much red in there. It does seem to be more of a lighter berry, but I was impressed with how light it felt and how it wasn't very drying. I've had a lot of bad experiences with matte lipsticks, especially ones that come in a tube, that can be very dry and you're just tugging it all over your lips. I'm not a big fan of the shape of the lipstick bullet itself. I found it was a little bit tricky to apply, but just because it's something different, I know this is the signature Charlotte Tilbury shape, but it's not my ideal shape. I'm definitely more of the classic bullet shape. That's a really cool addition to this set, especially because Charlotte Tilbury is so new to Sephora. It's a really good, hey, did you know we sell this? Even though it is one of the most expensive things in here. Next is a mini from Marc Jacobs. This is the Beauty Le Marc Liquid Lip Crayon in Plum and Get It. So a full size is $34 for 0.07 ounces or 2 grams, and this size is 0.042 ounces or 1.2 grams, so approximately $18. This is described as a rich plum, but this is so much more than a rich plum. So I was just basing it off what it looked like on the outside, and then once I swatched it, it looks more fuchsia, and it has a little bit of a metallic sheen to it, which I was not expecting, but it's definitely a liquid lip crayon. I want this formula in a light beigey pink shade or a My Lips But Better shade, because it was so smooth and applied so easily, but I don't like this color. It looks cool, but it's not something I see myself reaching for much. Here's another little mini. This guy is also pretty tiny. This is from Bite. This is one of the Amuse Bouche Liquified lipsticks, and this is in a Marsala. So a full size is $28 for 0.25 ounces or 7.15 grams, and this little mini is 0.07 ounces or 2 grams, so approximately $8 worth of product. This is described as a black raspberry, and I really didn't like this. I do not like the smell of Bite lipsticks. This was very citrusy, and I struggled a little bit to get this to apply evenly. It really feels truly like a melted down regular lipstick that's already starting to dry a little bit. I don't know if you ever did that to kind of make your own liquid lipsticks or to make eyeliner easier to apply and like hold it near a hairdryer or something, and then it would start to dry and you'd be tugging a little bit. That's what this sort of feels like to me. Like, it doesn't feel like a liquid lipstick, but it's definitely not a traditional lipstick, and I don't like it. I like the color though. I definitely enjoy a deep, dramatic purple lipstick, but I know now that this formula is not for me. I don't like the scent, and I don't like the way that it applies, and I don't see liking it in a lighter shade either, just because it was a struggle to get it to apply evenly and have it not look streaky. The last of the full sizes is from Smashbox, and this is the Always On Metallic Matte in Vino Noir, and this is a full size for $28. This is described as a metallic burgundy. This is another one that doesn't quite make sense to me in this set, right alongside the Marc Jacobs. I don't get why they chose a metallic lipstick to be a full size because it doesn't seem like something that people would wear very often. I would love to see a Sephora favorites lip collection that was full of sort of unusual finishes or colors, because this color on its own, if it was just a regular matte lipstick, is not unusual, but the fact that it's metallic makes it a little bit on the weirder side. I just feel like it's not something that most people would wear that often. It would kind of be reserved more for a Christmas party or a New Year's Eve party, some sort of special occasion, as opposed to more everyday kind of wear, which is what would make more sense for a full size. So I'd like to know why this one was chosen. Not that I dislike it, because I actually really like the Smashbox Always On formula. I really like the doe foot applicator, that it's a little bit pointed. I find that it's easy to apply, but it just strikes me as a fairly odd choice. Now the last two are red lipsticks. So there's one from Kat Von D. This is one of the Everlasting liquid lipsticks in Outlaw. A full size retails for $24. And this is approximately half of a full size, so a little bit less than half, so it's about $11. This is described as a brick red, although I find it to be more of a true red as opposed to a brick red, and I don't like this at all. This is, I've actually had a little mini of this before and decluttered it because I don't like the way that this particular shade of red looks on me. I'm glad there was only 2 reds in this set. I definitely didn't buy it for that product. That's one that's going to immediately meet my garbage can, but I wanted to show you the complete set, and I'll explain at the end a little bit who I think this set might be good for, and there is a reason for everything. And the last lip product is from YSL. I apologize if I butcher this, but this is the Tattooage Couture in number 1 Rouge Tattooage. So this is basically a lip stain. So a full size retails for $44, and that is for 0.20 ounces or 6 milliliters. This little mini is half that, exactly. It's 3 milliliters, so this is approximately $22. This is described as a vibrant pink red, and I didn't really see much pink in this. It actually seemed a little bit more orangey, and oh god, this was horrible. This was awful. This really stung my lips badly, and it's also really highly fragranced, but it felt like I was stinging my lips and I couldn't wait to get it off. And when I did take it off, I felt like my lips were a little bit orangey yellow stained, and they just felt very uncomfortable. So I don't see myself using this very often. I really don't like that. There always is a YSL red. I wish they would have a YSL lip product that was not red. I get that a lot of people like red lipstick, but put it in another formula. It's always sort of the same general shades from some of these brands. Like, you don't see something different. It's like if a brand does a pinky beige color, that's the kind of color they have in every set. I'd like to see some different things, but anyway, that is the entire set. That is all of the lip swatches. Some of them were good for me, really good, and some of them were bad. But overall, this is a really good value. So this is a good set for people who don't have a lot of lip products, for people who want to try new or different brands or different formulas from different brands. And I'm thinking specifically of people who want to have YouTube channels or want to have blogs and review products or do it on Instagram or whatever. You have such a variety of products in a set like this. It's a good starting place for comparisons, because I feel like that's something a lot of people want to know about, is what is this similar to? It's really difficult to say that something is very close, feels the same way, if you've never actually put it on your lips before, and without having to go out and spending money on a brand you don't necessarily support. This is a set that includes multiple things, so I'm sure there's going to be some kickback to those brands, but it's going to be very minor in comparison to other things. Like, when you look at the value of the product, they're not going to be seeing a whole lot of money from it. So just something to keep in mind. I wouldn't say this is for casual makeup wearers, especially because these aren't necessarily all everyday products. One thing to keep in mind with these Sephora favorites sets is not to look at how much you are spending, but how much it's actually worth to you. Because if you looked at this and went, okay, I like 3 of those things, this set is not going to be worth it to you because the rest of the products will just sit there. Even if it is the full sizes, you know, you have to look at how much your time is worth, how much your space is worth, not just how much money you're spending. So if you can easily talk yourself out of a handful of these lip products, this is something to pass on. But if you are curious on these different formulas, if you're curious on the large majority of them, this could be a very good value, but it's not a set that's for everybody. All in all, you really are getting a good bang for your buck, so to speak. So if you're a lipstick junkie and you wanted to try some of these products out that you don't already have, this is your time to do it. So I'm not giving a concrete like you need this, and I'm not saying you don't. I'm just giving you all of the information, and I hope that this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. If you would like to see any of these lip products in action a little further, just let me know and I'd be happy to do so. And if you're curious on how any of these wear over the next couple of weeks when I'm playing with them, I can always update you on that as well. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really, really love reviewing and talking about these lip sets. I love the lip swatches. It's been fun getting back into my lip swatch uniform, as I call it, from back when I did my lipstick roulette. But anyway, thank you so much for indulging me on one of my favorite holiday traditions, and I hope we get a chance to chat soon. Bye for now.